What's up, everybody? It's the Thea Sam here. Welcome to the Man Within podcast. Today, we're talking about all things stress. Everybody experiences stress. Some of us are better at handling it than others, and especially if you have issues with pornography or food or alcohol, any kind of compulsions, stress is always part of the equation. So today, I'm sitting down with somebody who's actually been on the show before. You guys raved about the interview. You loved it so much. And he happens to be local. And so I don't always get the opportunity to go from the virtual experience to an in-person one. But I have a neuroscientist and a men's counselor today with me. His name is Scott St. Marie. And we're going to deep dive into all things stress. So without further ado, Scott. Welcome, man.
Thanks a lot for having me. I hope people listening know that was all off the cuff that you just did.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is my 5th interview of the day, so you know what I mean? You kind of get used to it.
That was incredible. Great introduction.
You also have like just such a great profile, so it's not too hard to talk you up and talk about what you've done.
Fair enough.
And I didn't mention your YouTube channel, but you built a great audience online helping guys deal with stress and live without stress, live with less stress, learn to manage stress. We're going to get into all of that. As a starting point, why is stress so pervasive amongst men today?
Oh, but you know, I was late coming here and I texted you and I was doing the voice. And you're totally helpless in traffic. There's no control. So the first thing I wanted to do is beat myself up. I'm going to show up late. He invited me here. What am I doing?
Yeah.
These are the automatic thoughts that still come for me after meditating since 2008. This stuff still likes to come and show itself.
Yeah.
So stress just in that moment makes me realize that it's a lot of the time when we feel like, and sometimes it's the reality, when we don't have the control we want. We don't have, there's a sense of powerlessness. And in that situation, I have to take a step back and be like, okay, what control do I have? I can flip someone left and right.
Yeah.
I can go in the HOV lane, even though I'm a single person. I was debating that. Can I go a little faster?
Always tempting, yeah.
Right. But in reality, the control has to lie with our attitude of the situation and how I can talk to myself in these moments.
Yeah.
That's where, for me, I have to take a step back and be like, okay, here's stress. What can I actually do about it right now in this situation?
Yeah.
If you're at work, it's like, okay, I can't go to the gym right now and let off steam. Okay, I can't go for a run right now. No, I can't punch a punching bag right now. So given the moment, you have to have a certain amount of things that, okay, here's what I can do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just, can I take a step back and reframe this thing a little bit and just create some space for myself?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think for guys, they don't realize that they do have a bit of control over these situations. And there are things that you can do about it.
Yeah. It's really interesting. So are there stressors that, because you worked with guys exclusively, I think you're working with guys exclusively, but are there stressors that are unique to guys, especially in this day and age? Because everybody deals with stress, obviously. But what are some stressors that are maybe more unique to men and what men go through?
You said it as one of the triggers before. It's like when you see a hot chick,
right?
And you're on the sidewalk and it's the middle of summer in Toronto.
Yeah.
That can cause some stress.
Right.
That can seriously, and you can go into the grass is greener on the other side, and you're looking at your partner, or your wife, and you're like, geez, I wonder what it would be like.
Yeah.
And then if only I was this and this and this, and I could go talk, and you're already with that person in your mind, and you realize that these things that come up every single day, whether you call them a trigger or not, this is a huge part of being a guy. One is the sexuality piece, and we could talk about a little extra dose of testosterone.
Sure.
But with that, there's sometimes a lack of acceptance of that's okay.
Yeah.
To always you have to fight the action, but you can be with the urge.
Yeah.
You can be with that temptation.
Yeah.
Like, lead us not into temptation. Okay, yeah, don't lead me into doing that.
Yeah.
But to be there with it.
Yes.
To have the feeling.
Yes.
And then it's like, what a sense of empowerment to not act on it.
Yeah.
And that goes to trusting yourself and everything. So I think one part for me, is the sexuality piece.
Yeah.
You know, when I see some ass, woo. Yeah. Okay, I got to take a step back and chill sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think the other one is, especially with online content and guys consuming so much, especially on YouTube, you have an idea and a concept of what a man should be. Now, this could have started easily from childhood with your first male role models and everything, and how we grow up, for sure. But you have so many concepts now, and every video telling you something else of where you should fit.
Yeah.
And if you want to be this kind of guy, you got to fit here.
Yeah.
And the alphas fit here.
Yeah.
And the meditators fit here. Yeah. and the Zen people fit here. And the Christians fit here.
Yeah.
And the stress is, where the hell do I fit?
Yeah.
Can I be all of them? And that's one really cool thing, and a question I get all the time is the stress can come from, why can't I be all of them? It's wrong to be all of them. You have to be one. It's the binary thinking.
Right.
Of your pornography program, it's, if I relapse, I'm a failure. Done. And if I succeed, I'm a total success and I'm the best.
Yeah.
No in between at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. So I feel like there's a lack of the ability to shapeshift, and we think shapeshifting is bad. Like, I can be the meditator when I'm meditating.
Yeah.
And then I can be the comedian with the guys. And then I can be the husband with Vanessa. And then you can morph into these things. But it doesn't mean that you're changing who you are.
Yeah.
There's the underlying thread of you through it all.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know if you ever made those in school, like the what did you call them? Not the Russian dolls, but when you cut out a person and you fold all the paper, you cut out the person, then you open it up like this.
Yeah, like the chain.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you have all the same things. And that's kind of how I feel, like we're folded up, but then within you is all these different things. So here's Scott the meditator, here's Scott the other guy, here's Scott who loves surfing, here's serious Scott who can get things done, here's jokey. And to be able to shift is where you can reduce the stress. But in my experience, the stress comes from when you think you gotta put all the energy just into one, and you get stuck in one. You get stuck in that. And then you're like, is this who I am? I don't know who I am. I like this, but I shouldn't like this. That's what a man should be, but that doesn't fall under what I think. It's a lot of stress with questions. That's kind of been my experience.
Well, because we talked about this in the first interview I had with you, like about the inner critic. Right. And that how much that dialogue within really can influence our state, but even like, as you're suggesting, like stress. Because two people could experience the same thing. One person's not stressed out about it at all. The other person's freaking out, because maybe it's the inner critic, it's the expectations, it's the dialogue, it's whatever. So how much of that does, like when you're working with someone's coming to you, they're stressed, they can't get their stress under control. How are you helping them? How are you helping them to, take over that voice within and calm things inside?
I think the first thing you have to do, which is, if you can do it, you're 90% there.
Okay.
You have to create this awareness and space for yourself to actually see your voice at play, and how your thoughts, your mind doesn't want to be forgotten about. It'll always try to get your attention. And in a state of meditation, so I'll sit and I'll close my eyes, and before this thing I took a few seconds in the car, and you notice your diaphragm rising and falling. Let's just focus on that. And then a thought will just grab you, and before you know it, you're in it. And I'm already in fantasy. I'm already in the scene. I'm already doing this, and been there for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and until you're like, oh my gosh, I'm still in the car. So that noticing of the power of how thoughts can just grab you, good ones and maybe ones that make you feel a certain way. But that's really the start, and you can create that space of just being the witness to. When this thing comes, instead of being grabbed by it right away, you can see it first. and you can almost see it coming a little bit. You can be, okay, I'm doing this peaceful thing. Here we go. Oh, and I'm actually just talking to myself right now. And I'm thinking of myself on the mountain here, and, oh man, dishes in the sink. Oh, shoot. Okay, there it was. All right, let's come back to the breath. Okay. Why the hell are you even doing this, Scott? It's not making you feel better. Oh, okay, there's a judgment. All right, let's come back to the breath. Okay. I got this podcast at 3:30. Okay. Oh, gee, there it goes. I'm thinking of the future there. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And you just get better at seeing how your attention just gets captured.
Yeah.
And whether it's a good thought or criticism,
Yeah.
the practice is the same.
Huh.
You just keep getting captured and captured and captured.
Right.
And you ask anyone, what are your top moments of your life or this week or this month?
Right.
It's never, I was really in my head and thinking about this cool thing.
Yeah.
No, it's like, it's when I was hiking and the sunshine and the sunset. It was when I was playing hockey and shinny in the winter, or, when I was hang gliding, or when I was really had this amazing dinner with my partner and everything was just silent. The oysters came out and we were having a beer. It's when the mind is resting.
Yeah.
And you're present.
Yeah.
That's what makes memories. It's
Right.
when you have that sense of presence.
Yeah.
And it's a practice.
Yeah.
I can't pretend to have it all figured out. That's why I have to practice every day. And sometimes I really suck at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a really interesting point, though. Like, it's not about the quality of the thought. Like, that's not the issue. Right. The issue is, are your thoughts stopping you from being present in the moment?
Right. And again, once you're present for a little bit, you're like, oh my gosh, I think I got it.
Right.
And then you're
boom.
back in.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the key is where my journey was, like, I'd really beat myself up once I got caught in a thought. Like,
Right.
I can't even do this
come on.
mindfulness thing.
Yeah, get back on track. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Get back on track. Why are you thinking? You've been meditating for years and you're still getting caught up in that?
Yeah.
And oh man, you're projecting. You really judge that person who walked by.
Right.
And it's amazing that there's this inner critic, and then you're even criticizing the thought underneath. And then there's the you who can see both at play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So once you can practice being a spectator of the show, we have guys who start to laugh at it. And it can happen that fast, where I walk them through a bit of a meditation. We sit together, and it's like, notice how this thing's just nonstop at you. Notice how it's poking holes in everything you do. Notice how it's nonstop. That thing you did really well, notice how it found the little crack where you messed up, and then it blew that out of proportion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you get to see how tricky this is, and in Christianity we could call this the devil.
Yeah.
For sure. It's
Yeah.
always poking you right in your insecurity.
Yeah.
And it knows right where you live and right where you don't want to be seen, and
Yes.
and in that small failure, and it'll just poke, and it'll just poke. And again, to create space and to know that the poking and the judgment, that's not all of you.
Yeah.
It's one part of you. And that's another big realization too in all of this is the critic is one part of the mental process. It's one little part of you, just like the doll thing. It's me being a podcast guy is just one part of me.
Yes.
Me being a counselor is just one thing I do.
Yeah.
There's a million other things. And the
Yeah.
critic is just one mechanism in the mind.
Yes.
And there's a lot more else up there too. Yeah.
We just had an IFS specialist on the podcast named Jenna Riemersma. Really, really good stuff. And it's funny because she has this little framework for helping people to do IFS like real time. Because obviously, like, a lot of IFS requires the isolated environment, the therapist walking you through it. And so she's trying to kind of find a way for people to do parts work on the fly. And it's notice, know, and need. It's kind of like the 3 steps.
Yes.
So at the core of it, eventually you get to kind of like, what's the underlying need? What do I actually need?
Yep.
The knowing is kind of like, it's building an understanding of what's going on, kind of what you're talking about. But the first step is the same word that you used earlier, which is to notice.
Right.
Right? Because obviously if you don't notice what's going on, there's nothing else that's going to happen anyway. How do guys get better at this? Because I find that in my work, helping guys quit pornography, we have a 3-step process. Deep clean is 3 steps. It's build self-awareness, transform the heart, and shift your identity. And so that step 1 is the same thing, right? It's build self-awareness. It's gain an understanding of what's actually going on, not around you, but within you. What are the thoughts? What are the beliefs? What are the tendencies? Everything that's going on within. So I love what you're talking about, but I would say, like, the thing we have to almost spend the most time doing is drawing guys back in, like, hey, this step actually really matters. I know you want to get to the heal the heart. Mm-hmm. That's where all the exciting stuff happens, shifting your identity. But this awareness thing is super, super important. And we spend probably a little bit of an annoying amount of time on it, right, because it's so critical. So that's why I'm camping out here a little bit, because I'd love to hear, like, for your guys, maybe someone's coming to you and they're like, yeah, I'm stressed, but I don't know what to do. And I don't know if you get this, but it's like, just give me the 3 steps, Scott. Just give me the little framework, or give me the meditation. That's what perfect. I'm just going to go meditate 3 hours a day and I should be good to go. Right. Like, I think guys, especially, they want the framework, they want the practical, but what I'm hearing in your language is, like, actually there's a process here of even that kind of self-discovery that has to happen first. How do you help guys really master that step?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's so funny too that we're in such a world where guys are craving this framework and the step by step.
Yeah.
And it's just funny to look at that from a bit of a distance too. Yeah. Of look at how organized and how rigid you want this whole journey to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And right, it's like, okay, once I'm done step 1, right to step 2.
Yes.
After 2nd grade, it's 3rd grade, and then high school, and then you get a sense of predictability in all this.
Yeah. A framework is kind of like a pill for the mind.
Yes,
right?
A little bit. Yeah.
It's like, I have a disease, just give me the pill. I'd rather do that than exercise.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, I'm super stressed, so just give me the framework.
Right. Yeah. And you can work within that framework, but just know that in any healing journey, and any journey where you want to get to know yourself on a spiritual or psychological level, blah, 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 it's going to totally fall apart.
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this line, it's the easiest way to make God laugh is tell me your life plan.
Yeah.
Right. So to notice that first, that, okay, I want the framework, I want the step by step, and because I'm so organized, this whole thing is going to work.
Yeah.
Notice that tendency right away about yourself.
Yeah.
And you can even laugh at that a little bit. Be like, okay, it's okay if things go a little left and right and we're not on the straight and narrow the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Now, one really cool practice that I do myself, and it's through emotional focusing too, is I call it the 5-minute reset. Mm-hmm. There's a salesy line for you.
Nice framework.
Yeah, exactly. I sell a framework too. Okay, so you have to imagine, this is perfect. There's a security camera up here. Okay? So you can close your eyes or not, but most guys can visualize this. If you're at the end of a day and you're sitting in your bed, or you're even just watching TV, press pause for a second, and you imagine that in your condo, in your house, wherever you are, that there's security cameras in the hallway, there's security cameras in the bedroom, there's security cameras in the office, there's a security camera in your car on the way to work, and you get this top image and video of your whole day, a surveillance of your whole day. And you can imagine you watching this footage at this guy walking around the house, doing his chores, going to the office, on the commute, and to see yourself from above a little bit, from that perspective. And the key is not to judge this guy, not to think that you know everything about him, but to see him as a parent sees a child, the way God sees his creation, if you can get that close. And what you see is, if there's a stressed out guy that you're seeing in this footage, in this visualization, you just notice that. That's the awareness of, wow, look at him pace back and forth, huh? Okay, look, he's on the screen and he's going tab to tab, and no, he's not focusing. He's really trying though. He's really trying to focus there. He just got in an argument over text, and I can see him wanting to go to the bedroom for some masturbation relief. Mm-hmm. Oh, but he stopped himself there. Oh, it's like a play-by-play announcing a hockey game. But you see a pattern, and you see not an outcome here, and you're not trying to change this guy in any way that you're watching.
Yeah.
But you're seeing someone who's doing their best with what they know, and every single time when you do this exercise, you will see a man trying. And that's the compassion piece. Mm-hmm. You will see someone doing their best.
Yeah.
You'll see them mess up. You'll see them reset a little bit. You'll see them try to get stress out. You'll see them not deal with stress that well.
Yeah.
You'll see them think a lot in some points. You'll see them make mistakes, and then you'll see them smile, and then you'll see them be sad a little bit. And to see that from above with space gives you the opportunity for true transformation, let's call it. And the transformation, I'll say what Richard Rohr says, the Jesuit. It's transformation can only come when you experience the unconditional compassion from either your creator, if that's how you identify with it. That's the only way it can happen. Because or else transformation is out of this sense of fear and lack.
Trying to force it.
That the guy before sucked. And I hate that guy. Right? And I hate who I am right now. And then fear and hatred for the self fuels you for a little bit. It'll put a fire under your ass easy. Right? And then literally with fire under your ass, you get burnt out from it. Like you get tired. And I would get so tired of trying to accomplish and trying to be better. And so with my spiritual teacher, it's like, I'm like, I tried so hard. I'm trying all the time. I'm looking at this guy, we're doing the exercise, and I see him trying so hard. Look at him meditate. Look at him do the social stuff. Look at him do the worksheets. Look at him go to therapy. Look at him do this. And then they're like, okay, what if he just stopped trying for a bit? I'm like, oh. And that was like a big thing. And, you know, when I talk to guys too, and I say this to myself, like, what if you just, in this moment right now, stop trying? And then you'll see just a little.
Right. The relief.
The relief of, and you talk about, you know, we'll go back to stress. It's stressful trying to be somebody all the time. It's stressful trying to choose one of those people, one of those identities. And we get tired of being one of them all the time. You know, as you're a dad, being a dad all the time would be very, very stressful. But with work, now you can be the coach. Now you can be the guide. And you get a little shift and a break. Then you come back to being dad. And the stress can come from us trying so hard to stay in that, to stay with that one identity of there's me as the tough guy. And I get this too. If I'm on YouTube, I'm like, I gotta, you know, on this podcast, I gotta be the guy who knows stuff. I gotta, you know, let me sit up straight, and I gotta talk about meditation, and I got the secrets to stress. So I better hold myself up and be rigid about it and tight. And I gotta stop trying a little bit and add some humility to all of this and be okay with shifting that. So when you create that distance, you realize you don't have to try so hard to be somebody. And what would happen if you just stopped trying to be somebody? And that can be scary for some. Because it's a little fizzling of the ego. But then it can create just a little bit of distance. And then you can go back to being the guy if you need to. You know,
I see.
You can't have that disconnection like we just did ayahuasca in Peru. So you can, you know, see what that's like. And then, okay, I'm going to go identify with the guy again. Because we need
it's
that
like a reset or a recharge kind of thing.
And then you got to go back to it, right? But the stuckness is where I've felt the most stress myself, for sure.
And that stuckness you're saying often comes because we're putting to be someone, expectations, we're trying to hit a certain target. Those are the things that are really creating that that pressure, the stress, and the stuckness.
Yeah, the expectations. Like, I don't know about you, but those get me all the time.
Big one.
Oh my god.
Especially the content creation game is it's crazy. Forget about it. You have a number attached to every single thing that you do.
That's right. That's right. And I got to track the links. And if that one didn't do well, I posted there, and that didn't do well, and I must be a total loser now. And the being somebody in the creator space, and you got to be this guy online.
Yeah.
And then this guy in the real world. You know, I was doing YouTube like full time. I was doing a video a day.
Right.
And
Jeez.
it was like, I'm more connected to the online audience than I am to people in real life.
Yeah.
I cared more about their opinions than people in my life.
Yes.
So to have a almost a break from yourself. And maybe that was Christ, like, deny yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for a break from their own mind, a break from themselves. And that's when you get into the relief of masturbation or sex or drugs, even music for me too.
Yeah.
But we all want to float away from ourselves for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we talked about this last time, but that's what orgasm gets you to do.
Yeah.
You totally lose track of everything.
Yeah, you get lost in it.
You get lost and you're not you anymore, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm nobody for a split second, and then I'm back to me. And when you get addicted to, it's almost a very spiritual person that goes through that, is when you really want to be nobody for a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to break from that.
Yeah.
Because you know it feels so euphoric and good.
Yeah.
And yes, there's oxytocin and a whole bunch of hormones going on too.
Yeah.
But it gives you the idea of what I think we're all kind of after a lot.
Yeah.
Is to take a break from stress, criticism, being our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
High expectations.
Yeah.
High life expectations, wanting to do well all the time, perfectionism, caring what people think, like the weight of it all.
Yeah.
And when we can experience any kind of relief of any sort, the weight we can drop it for even a moment.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there, because I guess I'm just thinking about all the different tactics that people hear out there to deal with stress. I'm thinking about, the people that are coming from different walks of life for you, Scott. Any particular, like you've talked about meditation, are there other tactics, tools, other strategies that you're giving guys to really walk this out?
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm going to tell things that hopefully everybody knows. But it's still, I can't believe they're still doing studies on like why exercise is good for you.
Right.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And your audience and my audience knows that exercise is really good.
Yeah.
Whole foods are really good.
Yeah.
Less processed food, the better.
Yeah.
Screen time before TV, it definitely affects their sleep.
Yeah.
Caffeine right before bed, probably not a good thing. These things where they can feel it in their bodies.
Yeah.
And to a point, absolutely. They know the causes of stress and what really doesn't help.
Yes.
And they know the basics of what does help, which I should go for a run. I should at least go for a walk around the block.
Yeah.
I should definitely do some resistance training.
Yeah.
So if all those boxes are ticked and you're still experiencing stress, well then come on to me and let's try some meditation.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger part is we know what we have to do to decrease our stress, and I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
And then I still don't do it.
Yeah.
What the heck am I doing? And you know the New Testament more than I do. What did Paul say about doing the things
I do want to do, I don't do, and the things I don't want to do, I do. Yeah.
Come on now. If that doesn't describe the human spirit, I don't know what does.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, so I get caught in it too.
Yeah.
And again, use the security camera footage that we talked about and see the guy delaying.
Yeah.
The guy procrastinating.
Yeah.
The guy waiting for the perfect moment to feel the perfect way to get it done.
Yeah.
The guy overthinking the whole thing. If I think about going to the gym too much, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
I can't think about it. I'm just, okay, this is next. Work's done. I'll be there. Done.
Yeah.
But, if I walk home, it's enough. Yeah, it's enough exercise.
Start calculating it all out. And
Yes. So honestly, I think the big thing is yes, do the exercise and the eating well and all that.
Yeah.
But if you know what to do and you're not doing that, sit with yourself for a little bit.
Yeah.
And notice with compassion with the guy who's really trying.
Yes.
And see what you can offer him.
Yeah.
And as you said, the need. What need is missing?
Right.
Oh man. The question I get then, it's like, okay, so what do you need? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what I need. Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. That's why I'm here, Scott. Tell me what I need. I'm like, okay, hold on. Sit with yourself for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Breathe it out a little bit. Okay. If your best buddy, if your parent that you're close to, your brother or sister was sitting right in front of you and they saw you in your stressed state,
Yes.
what would they want for you? What would they say to you? How about I do this all the time. Christ is at the end of my bed, like my best friend.
Yeah.
And I say, man, I'm going through this and I don't know what to do. I am so lost. I am so scared. I don't know what's good for me. I don't know, like I've been trying and trying and trying. And the answer you get is beautiful from a best friend, from a parental figure, from a spiritual figure.
Yeah.
Have them in front of you in your mind's eye and just be like, oh, what do I need?
Yeah.
And it's usually the first thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you have to realize, okay, well, your best friend wasn't in front of you at that moment. Christ wasn't in front of you at that moment. That came from you. Whoa, you didn't just call your buddy and they told you what you needed. You projected them and had the concept of your friend or your parent.
Yeah.
And had the idea of what would be compassionate and good for me. And you came up with that.
Yeah.
That's the opposition of the critic is, oh, that actually exists within me,
Yeah.
that I can do things that are good for me and I
Yes.
can create that space for myself.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's another like really cool exercise that
Yeah.
I have to do.
Yeah, of course.
I do all
yeah.
this stuff.
We all do. And I mean, I'm personally a believer that those thoughts are God. Like I think that's like it's Christ in us, the hope of glory, right? Like if you're gonna look within, you're gonna listen, you're gonna hear God, right? Assuming that obviously that's part of your life.
Yeah.
And to me, it's actually one of the well, maybe not one of the first things, but it's something we teach our clients pretty early on, is how to tune into that still small voice because it's so powerful and so valuable, right? When we're talking about silencing the inner critic, being able to focus, getting clarity, getting vision, getting an understanding of your inner life, building that self-awareness, all of it. I want to circle back to something you said that was interesting because, much earlier in this conversation, we talked about how it's not about the thought, the quality of the thought, positive or negative. It's actually just about being present. And whether it's a good thought or a bad thought, we have to learn how to kind of deflect them, stay present in the moment. So now we're talking about stress. We're talking about outlets. And again, I heard you mention, can take on different forms. Like you might masturbate or you might watch porn or do something that is maybe not going to be that great for you.
Yeah.
But you could also do something that is actually on the outside looking in relatively healthy, like working out or music. But what I kind of heard you say underneath it is it's not about the activity, it's more about the impact it has on you.
Yes.
Because we observe, like even with guys struggling with pornography, sometimes it's just a substitute. So it's like, I just need to find something better to do. So then they go to the gym. Or they get into music or something like that. But you can kind of tell that the way they relate with it, it's just as toxic as their relationship with pornography.
Right.
So I would still argue that, if you're going to do something, go to the gym and lift weights. That's going to be better for you.
Yeah.
But there is such a thing as lifting weights, and it's still not really actually dealing with the heart of the issue.
Right.
How does somebody discern that? How do I know if, I'm dealing with stress through music, let's say, because I love music. So how do I know if I'm dealing with stress in a way that's actually effective through music, or am I just using music as an escape? Do you know what I'm asking?
I do. And my simple answer would be like,
True.
Because for me, I can speak for me here. Like I know when I'm using music to just escape the responsibility and the thing I got to think through a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I know when I'm going to the gym in the middle of the day when I really got to do some work.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, but this is good for me.
Yeah.
I need this now. It's like, Scott, you can go at 5 o'clock. No, I need it now.
Yeah.
So maybe that comes with some practice of that awareness too. And sometimes I will listen to that voice of, nope, I need to work out now. No, I need the music.
Yeah.
And I have to take time and force myself into situations where there needs to be quiet and I need to be with myself. So every year I go to a silent Jesuit retreat.
Wow.
It's in Pickering. It's amazing. I go sometimes twice a year. Oh. And you spend time with these Jesuits, and then it's a men's retreat, and it's all silent over the weekend. And that's when it all comes rushing in. That's when I'm like, oh, that was an avoiding thing. I wasn't actually doing something that was good for me. Oh, and the silent retreat, I've always thought, music is making me more present.
Yeah.
Music is creating a more beautiful landscape when I'm looking at some trees. In a way, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like for me, music is the thing. It creates a drama to the moment, though.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going, I remember hiking in, oh my gosh, where the heck was I? In Switzerland, help me out here. Where was I? Name some places.
The Alps. I'm actually trying to think of what's
Zurich.
the main, because we, like Bern or...
Interlaken. There it is.
Oh, Interlaken, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we stayed in Interlaken when we were there.
You did?
Yeah.
No way. Oh, and then there's Grindelwald.
Grindelwald is like, I think, the place.
Yeah.
But we stayed in Interlaken between the two lakes.
Yes.
Paraglided off a mountain while we were there.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that place is amazing.
I did the bungee jumping there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I'll show you a video after.
Let's go.
It was at Grindelwald.
Grindelwald,
I think Grindelwald is like from Harry Potter or something. It sounds
There's
so
another
Harry
one that
Potter.
sounds similar to this. There's Grindelwald, and then there's another place that sounds very similar, but I can't remember the name.
It sounds very majestic and magic.
Oh,
like
everything
that.
about Switzerland is epic, yeah.
So in Switzerland, it's like I'm looking at the mountains and everything, and of course I'm getting in the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Yeah.
And it's creating this moment of just, wow, I'm really in it.
Yeah.
For sure. But then I think of moments that I really remember that are really special to me and that really stuck to me. And I hate to admit it, but the majority of them, no music was involved.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Like, that doesn't make sense. And why were some of the most amazing moments that I have, why were they in complete silence? What the heck? Why was one of the best moments I had at a silent retreat with no stimulation whatsoever?
Yeah.
And that it just goes to show you how when you cultivate this sense of self that can be with itself, that you can be with you.
Yeah.
It makes these moments of discernment just so much easier, where you do know what's good for you because you know yourself a little more.
Yeah.
And I said this in just the last video, like, would you... Where's a bar around here? Is there a bar around here?
I don't know this area.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we went to a bar down the street, and if I went there and there was no one else in there, but there was me at the bar, and I see him all alone, and he's having a beer, would I buy him another beer? Would I buy this guy a beer? And if you ask a lot of guys who really don't like themselves, they'd be like, I'm not buying me a beer. I don't want to hang out with me, right? And if you're alone and you don't like being alone, it's a classic, like, it means you're not in good company.
Yeah.
If you don't like being with yourself. And that's all about, if you don't like being with yourself in silence, okay, then we go to the music, then we go to the gym, and then we got the headphones on with the gym, and we got the heavy weight to do anything to get away from ourselves.
Right.
So you can ask yourself in those moments, am I doing this workout, or am I listening to this music, or am I doing this to get away from myself or to bring myself closer? So for the gym, right? Am I doing this just so I don't have to think anymore and just get away?
Yeah.
Or am I going to the gym to really get into it and feel the muscle fibers and get into my body and have this release and not to gain muscle or to lose weight or out of guilt for what I ate or get away from the porn.
Yeah.
But am I going to the gym to see what I'm capable of?
Yeah.
Big difference, right?
Yeah.
Punishing myself for maybe watching pornography or eating something that I shouldn't.
Yes.
Or am I going to see if I can get closer to me and see what I'm capable of? Big difference, right?
Yes.
So I feel like for me, when in silence and getting to know myself a little more, which literally starts with, Scott, what do you actually like?
Yeah.
And I grew up with 4 older brothers.
Oh, wow.
And a younger sister.
Oh, wow.
And so this feels like I'm talking a lot right now because I wasn't used to that growing up. I'm like, am I talking too much, dude?
No, this is great. What are you talking about? I brought you here to hear you talk. What are you talking
great.
about? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 4 older brothers and a younger sister. 3 older brothers and a younger sister. I just made a guy up.
Okay.
You get preoccupied with what their interests are, and you kind of jump on their backs a little bit for a ride.
Yeah.
And that happens all through childhood, and we were all in the same house, and
right.
And to be accepted and to be loved and to be part of the thing and to fit in, I'll just like whatever you like.
Yeah.
I just want to join in.
Yeah.
And this even happened to me through university and everything. Like, let's go to the bar, let's go to this, let's drink. In the back of my head, I don't want to do any of this shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Can I stay home and watch a movie?
Yeah.
Can we go bowling?
Right.
Seriously, like, can we just go for a hike in the dark and with flashlights? And like, so I would go along with stuff. And this is a sign of, call it low self-worth. Like, I'll just go along with it because at least I get to be part of something.
Yeah.
It's the at least attitude.
Yeah.
At least I got a friend, even though if the friend punches you in the face every day, at least I got somebody.
Yeah.
So years go by in university and then at work too, and I'm in advertising and I'm like, am I faking this whole thing? Like, I have to pretend that I like advertising.
Right.
Everyone's passionate about data-driven performance, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
Oh, I'm like, I can't wait to see the metrics tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So I started making a YouTube channel, and I like talking about mental health and my experiences with depression and anxiety and the heaviness of life and all of these deep things. And so I go to Portugal, as we talked about.
Yeah.
And this was in 2017.
Okay.
I go to Portugal on my own, and I'm like, I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. I'm going to backpack, do the whole hostel thing like I did years back. And I met these 2 guys, and they're like, what do you do? And they sensed my shoulders turn in and my face go down. I'm like, I'm in advertising.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, cool, man, but you don't seem too pumped about it. Like, what do you like doing? And I'm like, well, I went surfing. That was awesome. And I have this YouTube channel at home, and I talk about mental health. They're like, awesome, do that. So I got home, and I quit my job.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I gave them my 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I met some dudes in Portugal, and they told me to quit my job.
Wow.
So it was kind of like 2017 was a big year for me. And I was 26, 27, 28. And I was like, I'm going to start seeing what I like. As easy as that, as dumb as it sounds, as simple as it sounds.
Yeah.
Finally, Scott's on his own. His brothers are over there. His friends are over there.
Yeah.
I'm in a condo on my own. What do I want to do?
Yeah.
And going back to that bar example, if you go in a bar and I saw me, now I'm pumped because I'm like, I can't wait to talk to this guy about Mozart and Christianity and classical music and Metallica and guitar, and we're gonna talk. And then, what do you want to do with this guy? I want to go hiking and want to go for a long bike ride. Let's go 50K and let's train for that marathon too. And let's go to this podcast. I heard that's going to be awesome. And so once you establish what you like and you honor that to a degree, that helps that stress and inner criticism and identity with that one form and one concept of who you are dissolve a little bit.
Yeah.
And it gives you a bit more freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom in a good way.
Yes.
Freedom in I can be who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm always learning that, and I'm discovering new things I like, and I'm going to try these different things and be okay with that.
Yeah.
And so it took me a while.
Yeah.
And I'm still discovering stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the Jesuit silent retreat. I want to hear all about it. That sounds so cool.
Okay. Well, you want the honest? You want to learn about this last one in January?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Okay. So the reason I teach guys how to quiet their inner critic and deal with this stress is because I do.
Right.
Okay. So I was thinking about this retreat all year. It would come to, I'm like,
so this is like an annual thing for you, you said, right? Yeah. Okay.
A great time to reset. They start off the retreat with, here you have 60 hours with God. Just you and God.
Right.
All right. And you have your meals in silence with all the guys, and you can do the Stations of the Cross, and you can read, and you can go in the bush in the back.
So the other guys are around as well?
Yep.
You're all doing, but there's no
talking. Nope.
Even when you first get there, do you get to meet everyone?
Yes, for like an hour or so.
Okay.
And the retreat really starts at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. that night.
So you just get a little bit of interaction beforehand.
Yep. Okay. Yep. But where do I start with this? Okay, so I get there and I'm like, I've been looking forward to this for so long. Every year it's so great. I come out with some powerful visualization. What do I want to do with my life? And I get some it's like I just shook God's hand after every thing. And I came in with high expectations. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been like your savior for
you know where
year
this is
after
going.
year. Yeah.
So the first morning I get up, I'm like, nothing's happened yet.
Right. Why am I here? Why did I do this? What if this is a flop?
There you go.
I need this. Yeah.
Yes, you said that's exactly it.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? All these guys, I don't even know them.
Right.
I can't hear God this time. What a waste of money. I'd rather be doing this. And okay, I'm going to go to breakfast. Maybe things will change then when I see everyone and we're all eating and it's total silence, the clinking of the forks and clink, 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 and chairs squeaking as they put them in. Nope, it's not working. Nope. Geez, okay, maybe it'll happen at lunch. I'm waiting for it.
Right.
Like finally, the light of God will come down and finally be like, I'm glad you're here. Yeah. I'm well pleased.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to create that space and I'm doing my practices. And guess what, everyone listening? It wasn't working that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't working. And when it doesn't work for me, that's why we have other people in the world with us.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can say neither can you. And we need God who's on our side, and we need His creation right beside us as well.
Yeah.
So we have spiritual direction on the Saturday. So I go talk to the guy I've seen for the last 4 years.
So this is okay. So you do get to talk in the middle of this with this guy
for a half hour.
For a half hour. Okay.
So you haven't spoken for a while. So I'm like, hi. And he's like, what brings you here? I'm like, I've seen you the last 3 years. He's like, I remember you. I'm like, okay, it's not working this time.
It's broken. Yeah. The formula doesn't work. The framework fell apart. Yeah.
The whole system, this whole retreat it's a sham. What are you doing? What are you offering here?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, I came with such expectations. He's like, there
it is.
And I'm like, I'm trying to, get the most out of it. I'm like, am I done with the silent retreat thing now? Did I get enough from it? And you know what he said to me? He said, stop trying so hard. And I'm like, that's my line. That's mine. What the heck? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody who's done this for 40 years. Someone who is so wise and so childlike and so supportive, like you see God in this guy's eyes.
Yeah.
And I said, you're right. And he's like, stop trying so hard. Do whatever you want to do. It's your retreat. And saying it was my retreat, I don't know why that helped. It was like, I thought it had to be so structured and it had to be a retreat like before.
Yeah.
And now saying it was my retreat this time, I was like, this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Right. So when I had good times in the past, I always want to replicate them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We become so superstitious, right?
Of course. Yeah. I remember that time I listened to that soundtrack at that corner of the street. I'm going to do it again and see if I get the feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I go for a walk in the bush and then it's dinner time on the second day. And I'm eating dinner and everyone's there again. And I see my mind creeping up a little bit. It's like, that guy's older than me and I'm the youngest one here. And what am I, some weird spiritual dude? Everyone's older and they're so much wiser than me. And I don't even need the silence. I'm not stressed. They're the ones, they're 80, 70 years old. They've had a whole life of stress. What am I doing here taking someone else's spot? And then I really, really caught myself. And by the grace of God, silence. And finally, talk about some of the best moments of my life with no music. The guy who is 80, it didn't matter the age. It didn't matter what anyone looked like. There was no judgment. There was no analyzing. We were all just here in a space together.
Yeah.
And I found myself like almost bursting out laughing. And they probably, guys are looking at me like, this guy's having a trip. I'm just trying to hold in, like, because it was so funny, and that I was on my own case for so long. And I forgot to mention, the priest also said, this is a holy place, and there's someone and something that doesn't want you to be here. And this is where he's like, the devil loves poking at people when they get here.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to be present.
Yeah.
The inner critic and all that, it hates presence.
Yeah.
It always wants you to pay attention to where you're wrong.
Yeah.
So the whole time, don't be present. Don't enjoy your rest. Don't enjoy the woods. Think about work.
Yeah.
Don't be here.
Yeah.
So finally, in that silence, I was laughing because I'm like, oh, like it's all here. Nothing's missing.
Yeah.
It's all in the moment. It's all presence. And it's so laughable how simple it is sometimes.
Yeah.
And that silence and that gratitude and appreciation lasted until the end of the trip. And then the key is, how do you keep that going when you're on the 401 and trying to fight traffic?
Yeah.
And as my teacher says, you go up the mountain in Switzerland, it's beautiful, the view, you're with God, you got the best reception possible.
Yeah.
How can you bring the mountain back?
Yes.
Right? How can you bring the mountain back into the valley?
Yeah.
And how can you bring God with you everywhere?
Yeah.
So that was just such another lesson of the retreat.
Yeah.
And then next year, I'm going to be like, I hope it's like last year where I got the whole epiphany at the end.
Yeah, yeah, right? That's right. Yeah.
Right. So there's always a lesson in everything, if you expect it or not.
Yeah.
There's always some golden nugget you can grab from all these experiences.
Yes.
And usually don't see it until sometimes the very end.
Yeah. It's very insightful. The silent retreat fascinates me because I find myself wanting more of that. I was just interviewing a guy, his name's Jay Stringer. He wrote a book called Unwanted, and then he has another book out called Desire. But Unwanted was like a transformational book among like Christians and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And
it's all research-based. It's very, very interesting stuff. So he and I got into this conversation, and we were talking about how every season has, what was the metaphor? Bells and anacondas. And so anacondas are like the challenge. Like there's always a challenge in a season that you have to overcome. And it's never the visible challenge, right? Like the challenge is like, I have this problem in my business.
Yes.
But the actual, sorry, not anacondas, albatross. But the actual albatross is, I need to like learn how to relax more as a leader, or I need to not be in control of everything and be okay with that, whatever it is. But then there's other seasons there's other elements in the same season, which are the bells, the things that bring us respite, relief, the things that our heart longs for, the things that amidst all the chaos and stress, if I have this thing, if I have, whatever it is, music or a date night with my wife or travel on the Swiss Alps, like that's the thing that settles me. So he asked me, like point blank, it was not practice. He was just like, so what's a bell in your life? And I was like, to be honest, like I got 2 little kids. I'm running a business with a full team. I don't know. I'm struggling a lot to find my bells. But I said if there's one thing that's a bell in my life right now, it's actually music. And it hasn't always been that way. I loved music as a kid. I did music professionally, and then kind of like lost the like respite rejuvenation part of it. And it was just sort of like, I just do music. That's just kind of what I do.
Wow.
And I'm starting to really love it again. And he said, oh, okay. He said, well, what kind of stuff are you playing? And I said, it's all super chill. It's super, like I'm barely playing a note. And I turned the reverb up. I had like a Nord piano. So I'm like, I turned the reverb up and I put delay on so that like one note hit just lasts forever.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Because that's just the season. I'm like, everything's super high stim. It's go.
Yes.
At work, I have all the decisions to make and the content to create and the people to lead. And at home, I got 2 little kids and a wife that wants my support. And I'm like, I love the silence. I love the solitude. Like I just crave it. So it's just so fascinating to hear about that, because I think in the context of this conversation about stress, it's also a good reminder that like a lot of day-to-day life is not very conducive to like a low stress life, or even a like a level that's manageable, I guess. And you and I were even talking like how liberating it is to be off Instagram, be off YouTube. I have notifications off on my phone. You texted me a bunch. You're like, sorry, did you get my text? I'm like, no, I don't really check my phone. I try not to, you know?
Yep.
Because I'm trying to like resist the stim, because it's everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And so something like I'm legitimately thinking like that might be something I need to look into.
Oh, you would love it.
That's a cool practice.
You would love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then that one note that's held is so, it tells me, I don't know, so much about you too, that the complexity in a million notes is one way to absorb even life. It's like, let me go to the buffet and I'm going to get one of everything. And you see these guys. I was at an all-inclusive in the Dominican last month.
Okay.
And you see the guys, and I'm the guy. Get me the eclair, get me the steak, get me, it's like desserts and meats and everything on one. And sometimes that's like, that's Mozart. There's a lot of keys in a lot of his piano, his concertos.
Yeah.
Then you go to you, where it's burn, and it's one note.
Yeah.
And it's like going to the buffet and you just get the one apple, but you savor that one thing for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you have the texture and the color and you look at it. And in mindfulness-based stress reduction, you take a raisin and for 10 minutes, you're looking at it. You're seeing if there's sound to it. You put it in your mouth. You taste it. You put it around your cheeks. And at that moment, I realized I didn't like raisins because I finally really tasted them. So I feel like there's always that choice for me too. It's like you can have the complex and you can have the whole buffet and you can switch to a million things and try to get your fix that way.
Yeah.
Or you can see if you're more of a person to hold on to that one thing mindfully, slowly.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having a million oranges and squeezing them to death and chugging an orange juice, can you take one, squeeze it, get one drop, but just savor that one? And I feel like for most people, the savoring would be way more meaningful to them, at least for me.
I agree. Yeah, and I think that's just lost. I don't think we do a lot of that savoring and being patient and taking our time with things, and even what we talked about earlier in the interview, like just sitting with things, you know, and being able to create that space for it. It's a little bit lost. Our lives are not very conducive to it. I don't know that life has ever been conducive to it, but
true.
But it's really, really interesting, and I appreciate what you're sharing too. I think the retreat experience. I was just talking with a client last week, and I forget where this came about, because I have a weekly newsletter that goes out to all my clients. So maybe it was something he read in the newsletter or something I said on a call, but he just said, man, you said something and it really helped me take the pressure off to try to quit pornography in this season. Because guys, you know, they join our community, they're joining to quit pornography. They want my help. They want to be part of the community of guys that are doing that. They want to achieve it together. Obviously, that's all healthy. It's all wholesome. But for him, he was just realizing he was putting so much stress, so much pressure on, I got to get to the outcome. There's other guys that started at the same time as him and they seem to be further ahead. And it's like, what's wrong with me? And I got to drive this thing and I got to hunker down. And just the liberation that came just from, actually, I'm not going to put the extra pressure because it's not necessary. It's not helping me. And if anything, maybe letting go of the pressure will actually help me enjoy this process a bit more and get a better outcome anyway. Yes.
It's almost like the pressure to meet the expectation too.
Yeah.
And it's great to have goals and everything.
Yeah.
But to have that pressure of okay, if I don't meet it, then failure is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right. And then to set the goal or have the framework and then be loose about it to still point your way forward in that direction.
Yeah.
But give yourself so much wiggle room.
Yeah.
The pressure is when like literally something's confined to a tight space.
Yeah.
And you're trying to move within that space and it's tight. And the whole thing with stress and everything is to relieve the pressure and relieve the stress. It's literally create the space.
Yeah.
That's all yoga is about too. It's creating space in the body, intercostal muscles. There's a lot of stretching. There's a lot of breathing,
Yes.
opening up the lungs and the ribs, and you're just creating space. And you know, I feel like there was a meme where when they used to quarter people in like medieval Europe, they get 4 horses. Right. And yeah, they pull the person apart. And there's a meme where someone's like, I'm so stressed and so tense. I just want to be just quartered a bit and just enough so I'm totally stretched out and then let me go.
Yeah.
I feel like it resonates with people so much because there's so much tension in our bodies too from the tension of the mind.
Yeah.
And we can't go on retreats every week.
Yeah.
And we can't have 3 hours to decompress every day.
Yeah.
And if we're, to keep our bodies in shape, I swear we could, without a full-time job, we could just maintain our bodies and that would be enough for a day.
Yeah.
But we have 8 hours a day of work at least.
Yes.
So just to find a bit of time to create space, to create that distance with that security footage, and just to see yourself and add that layer of compassion for what you're doing.
Yes.
It's made all the difference for me.
Yeah. That's so good, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's any surprise that you're doing the work you're doing and you're so effective because I think something I appreciate about you is you figure it out for yourself and you're imparting that to your clients, your followers. People should definitely follow you on YouTube. It's just very raw, very transparent stuff. Very relatable and practical though as well. And we didn't even touch on the neuroscience today. But yeah, next time for sure.
Yes.
Because you have so much knowledge there. For people that do want to connect with you, Scott, find out more about what you're up to, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, just scottstmarie.com or YouTube Scott St. Marie.
Yep.
And they
St.
can
Marie, S-T-E.
That's right.
M-A-R-I-E.
Space M-A-R-I-E.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can check out my YouTube videos and they're all just uploaded for free and hopefully they get something out of them.
Okay. You got it, man. We'll put links in the show notes. Thanks for this.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.